If you're making music and you want to earn from it without signing your life away, then listen up, because most musicians are still chasing a model that frankly doesn't work anymore. The truth is, the traditional music industry has changed beyond recognition. The gatekeepers that once controlled everything, who could make or break you, are still there, but they're increasingly irrelevant for most artists. And today, you have better options if you want to make real money from your music without losing control. I've been teaching people how to simplify songwriting since 2021, and I've made over 200 videos and helped thousands of musicians to unlock their creativity. So stick around, because at the end of this video, I'm going to share the one platform that's had the biggest impact on my income streams. And no, you don't need to be a tech genius, go on tour, or chase fame to make it work. First, let's talk about the old way to sell your music, getting signed. The reality is brutal. Signing to a record label used to be the dream, but today it's more like buying a lottery ticket with terrible odds. For every 42 demos sent to a label, maybe one gets signed, and even then, signing is just the beginning of a very long and uphill battle. When you sign a deal, the label gives you an advance. This is a lump sum of money to cover recording, living expenses, maybe a video or two. Sounds good, right? But it's not a gift, it's a loan. Every penny has to be paid back before you see a single royalty check. Imagine selling a record for $10 and getting just $1 of it. And that's after you've paid back thousands in advances and expenses. Until then, you earn nothing. And that's if you even make it that far, because most signed artists don't release anything at all. Labels sign loads of artists and only properly promote a handful. If your debut album doesn't blow up, then you're shelved, dropped, or simply forgotten. In fact, less than 5% of artists who sign with a major label actually go on to make the label a profit. 95% of artists, they're left with nothing but a mountain of debt and lost time. Even for those who succeed, the label owns your master recordings. They control when and how your music comes out. They can dictate your sound, your image, and who you collaborate with. It's their business to make hits, not to nurture your artistry. And if you think you can make it back through touring or merch, think again. Thanks to 360 deals, labels now often take a cut of your live shows, your t-shirt sales, your endorsements, basically everything. They're not just in your music career, they're in your entire career. Jared Leto once said that even after selling millions of records, his band 30 Seconds to Mars hadn't seen a single penny. They were, in fact, millions of dollars in debt to their label. It's not a rare horror story, it's the norm. The traditional record deal is built on hope. Hoping that the label promotes you, hoping that the album sells, hoping you recoup. But the odds? Worse than getting hit by lightning. That's why so many musicians today are walking away from that system entirely. So what are the alternatives to this tired, unreliable way to sell your music? Well, this brings up the new way. Platforms like Bandcamp. Unlike the label route, Bandcamp has no gatekeepers. No A&R man deciding if you're marketable enough. No execs tweaking your sound to fit radio or streaming trends. Anyone, anywhere can upload their music, set a price, and start selling directly to fans. And the difference in what you keep is staggering. On Bandcamp, you keep around 80 to 85% of every sale. Sell a $10 album, you make about $8, give or take a small fee. Compare that to a label deal where you might get $1 or nothing at all if you're still recouping. You own your music. You decide when it's released, how it looks, how it's priced. If you want to release a double album of ambient jazz one week and a punk EP the next, you can. No one is stopping you. Bandcamp also lets you build real relationships with your listeners. When someone buys your music, you get their email address, meaning you can build your own fan base directly, without any middlemen. Fans on Bandcamp tend to be passionate. They are there to support artists, not just mindlessly stream whatever is in the charts. Sounds perfect, right? Well, not quite. Because the flip side is, you're on your own. No label, no marketing machine. Discovery is hard. You have to promote yourself, shout about your music, build your following one listener at a time. There's a lot of noise out there and standing out is not easy. It's very common to upload a release to Bandcamp and hear nothing except maybe a few sales from friends and family. To succeed, you need to be consistent, strategic and patient. Building a real audience on Bandcamp takes time, energy and often a lot of trial and error. And while some artists make a decent living on Bandcamp, the majority earn pocket money. One study showed that only about 5% of artists on Bandcamp make more than $600 a year. That's coffee money, not career money. If you've already got a loyal fan base, Bandcamp can be fantastic. But if you're just starting out, it can be a grind. No big advances to pay for your recording, no automatic audience, everything is up to you. Still, many artists prefer it, because even if they sell a little, they keep a lot. It's a model built on independence, not on gambling for fame. But now, there's an even better third way, and it's what I use myself to sell music, courses and digital products. Stick around because I'm about to show you how to do it for yourself. Let's talk about Payhip. Now, full disclosure, this video is sponsored by Payhip, but I only work with companies that I genuinely use myself. I've been selling my own courses through Payhip for a while now, and it's been a total game changer. Why? Because with Payhip, you're not just selling music. You can sell tracks, sample packs, ebooks, courses, merch, basically anything digital or physical from one simple storefront. And that flexibility is a huge deal. Let me show you behind the scenes to see how simple this is to do. There's a link in the description if you want to experiment with Payhip for yourself for free. You can quickly create a new product by type. So let's say you've got a brilliant new track that you want to sell. Click on digital product and then upload your product file. Create a title and choose your price. Then add any images or album artwork you want to include and describe your music. You can then choose visibility and any advanced options, like limiting the number of sales. This can be useful if you operate any sort of members club, where you might want to release exclusive music. Then when you're ready, click Add Product, and you're ready to go. You stay in full control. No contracts, no middlemen. You can get started for free with a 5% fee per sale, or lower that all the way to 0% if you go with one of their affordable monthly plans. It's flexible, it's fair and it's fast. You decide how much you want to pay, depending on where you are in your journey. On screen I'll show you a bit of my own Payhip store setup from my site, writeasongnow.com. You'll see how easy it is to build a clean, professional store in just a few clicks. No coding needed and no complicated software. You can add different pages to your website. This means you can have things like a blog for your band and provide updates about upcoming gigs or releases. So you can see I have a homepage, contact page, and then my product pages. If you have a domain for your band, you can also connect this to have a fully customized website. Within each page, you can edit different sections. This is how you quickly build up your page. Everything looks great out of the box and sizes correctly on mobile as well as desktop devices. So if I click Add Section, you can see all of these different options that you have. You can add images, galleries or slideshows of your live performances and even video. You can also showcase your products or music for sale either individually or as collections. Then once you have your sections on the page and edited with your information, you can move them around or duplicate them with the menu on the left. You also have options for fonts, colours and much more under Store Style. Payhip also comes packed with tools that make a real difference, including email marketing integration, discount codes, affiliate marketing setup and more. That means you can stay in touch with your fans, run promotions and grow your audience without needing a separate tech stack. Everything you need is built in. And importantly, your work is protected. Payhip has built-in security features like PDF stamping and download limits and more to stop casual piracy. Your hard work deserves to be safeguarded. And another bonus, Payhip has launched a marketplace too, meaning your products can get discovered by more people organically. It's early days, but already a big help if you're struggling to get seen elsewhere. Every bit of extra exposure counts when you're building your audience. And one more thing, soon Payhip will become a global merchant of record. That means they'll handle all of your sales tax compliance automatically, so you can sell your music worldwide without worrying about VAT, GST, or any of that nightmare paperwork. Total peace of mind. This is one of the most requested features from users, and it's nearly here. I use Payhip every day and I can highly recommend it for your own music, band, business or anything else. You can also diversify your income streams, not just relying on music sales, but bundling sample packs, tabs, courses and more. Your creativity isn't limited to just songs. You can offer a full ecosystem of products. If you want to check it out, I've left a link in the description and the pinned comment. Now if you're thinking, okay, I'm ready to start selling music, that's great. But here's the truth. If you want to make money from music, you need to write songs that people actually want to listen to. If you want to get started writing better songs today, watch the video that's on screen now. It's going to give you the perfect first steps to writing songs that connect and build the kind of fan base that makes selling music and making a living possible.